there, Morbid Maniacs. It's time for another spooky video. And for tonight's spooky video, I'm going to be sharing some scary stories to tell in the dark. These are classic and they're from a childhood book that I used to read and love as a kid, and I still do to this very day. Now, before I get into this video, I just wanted to announce that I am creating a second channel where I'm going to be posting all of my vlogs and all of my other random videos. And this one's going to be my main, where I post strictly paranormal content. So if you are interested and want to keep up with all of my vlogs, I will leave it somewhere in this video for you guys to go, and please subscribe. This first scary story is called The Thing. There were two young boys named Trevor and Will. They spent most of their summer vacation hanging around town looking for things to do. One hot August night, the boys were sitting on a fence by the main road. There was a cornfield just across the road. Suddenly, Trevor spotted something in the field. In the darkness, it was difficult to make out, but it looked like some kind of weird animal. He nudged his friend and pointed in the direction of the strange-looking figure. Will said he could see it too. He wasn't sure, but this mysterious thing seemed vaguely human. The next thing they knew, the thing was gone. The boys craned their necks and scanned the field with their eyes. Out of the blackness came the thing over to the edge of the field before disappearing again. Trevor and Will looked at each other, puzzled.
"What was that?"
asked Will.
"I have no idea,"
replied Trevor. No sooner had he said that than Trevor felt a clammy hand on his shoulder. He turned around and found himself staring directly into the hideous face of the thing. He let out a yell of terror and surprise. The rotting skin on the thing's face was coming off in places, revealing the bone underneath. For a moment, it just stared silently at Trevor with its dark, sunken eyes. Then, it suddenly grabbed a hold of his arm. Trevor felt its fingernails dig into his flesh as he wriggled out of its grasp. The two boys leaped off the fence and ran down the road, screaming in horror. They didn't stop running until they reached their homes. They tried to tell their parents and friends about the thing that they had seen that night, but nobody believed them. When Trevor woke up the next morning, the scratches on his arm were still there. After a few days, they got worse and worse. Trevor got sick and his parents took him to see a doctor. After examining his arm, the doctor told the boy it was infected and gave him some pills to take. Unfortunately, Trevor's condition got worse and worse. The infection spread to his entire arm, and it wasn't long before his flesh was rotting and falling off. He was taken to the hospital, but no matter what the doctors did, no treatment seemed to work. The infection spread throughout his entire body. Trevor was confined to bed and started to waste away. It seemed like he was beyond help, and as the days went by, he steadily grew worse and worse. His anguished parents could only sit at his bedside and cry as they watched their beloved son slowly rotting away before their eyes. On the day that Trevor finally passed away, Will came to the hospital to visit him. When the boy walked into the hospital room and saw Trevor lying in bed, he was horrified. His friend looked exactly like the thing. Oh, I love that. To me, it reminds me of like a zombie. So basically a zombie came up out of this field and bit him and turned him also into a zombie. This next one is called The Dream. Lexi Morgan had a dream. She was walking up a dark staircase. When she got to the top, she walked into a bedroom. The bedroom carpet was made up of large squares that looked like trap doors, and each of the windows was fastened shut with big nails that stuck up out of the wood. In her dream, Lexi went to sleep in the bedroom. A woman with a pale face black eyes and long black hair slipped silently into the room. She leaned over the bed and whispered,
"This is an evil place. Run away while you can."
Then the black-haired woman grabbed her arm. Lexi Morgan woke up with a scream and lay awake for the rest of the night, shivering and shaking with fear. In the morning, she told her landlady that she had decided not to go to Kingston after all. "I can't tell you why," she said, "but I just can't bring myself to go up there." "Then why don't you go to Dorset?" the landlady asked. "It's a pretty town and it isn't too far." So Lexi Morgan went to Dorset. Someone told her she could find a room in a house at the top of the hill. It was a pleasant-looking house, and the landlady there, a plump, motherly woman, was as nice as could be. "Let's look at the room," she said. "I think you will like it." They walked up a dark, curved staircase like the one in Lexi's dream. In these old houses, the staircases are all the same, Lexi thought. But when the landlady opened the door to the bedroom, it was the room in her dream, with the same carpet that looked like trap doors and the same windows fastened with big nails. "This is just a coincidence," Lexi told herself. "How do you like it?" the landlady asked. "I'm not sure," Lexi said. "Well, take your time," the landlady said. "I'll bring up some tea while you think about it." Lexi sat on the bed, staring at the trap doors and the big nails. Soon, there was a knock on the door. "It's the landlady with the tea," she thought. But it wasn't the landlady. It was the woman with the pale face and the black eyes and long black hair. Lexi Morgan grabbed her things and fled. That one's always creeped me out. What do you guys think of these creepy stories? Which one should I make in a video next? Be sure to let me know, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a big ol' thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already and become Morbid Maniac. Be sure to hit that bell notification, that way you get notified every single time I upload a new video. And I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.